Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Gray Zone Warfare video. Goodwin here, and today we're kicking off the first of a series for those who are wanting to get into Gray Zone Warfare. Thank you guys for tuning in. I just wanted to say before we get started that I really am grateful for you being here. All the support you guys show me is fantastic, and I could not be more happy to have you as part of the crew. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't yet. I've got a whole lot more content coming. I love making this stuff to be able to teach you guys just what I've learned, and maybe it teaches you something new that you haven't seen before. So the more I can help people grow, the better I am for it. Because what man is a man if he does not make the world a better place? So that's what I try to do. Thank you for being here, and now let's get into the video. So this is going to be the Gray Zone Warfare Starter Series. This is going to be for anyone who is new to the game and wanting to get acclimated quick. There's a ton to learn, so it'll be greatly helpful for them. This is also for anyone who is wanting to get back into the game after taking a long break, because they keep changing a lot of really important things. So there's always something new to learn. Or it's going to be for those who are already pretty knowledgeable in the game and just want to see if there's anything that they haven't figured out yet. After all, knowledge is power. It doesn't hurt to keep learning. The first episode today, we're going to be covering both how to use the wiki and how to navigate the map. This is a very extensive game. There's got a lot to learn, and the wiki is an incredible resource in doing so. Learning how to use it and how it interacts with the map in game is going to change a whole lot for you, and it's going to greatly reduce your stress in this environment. In the second episode, we're going to be covering how to use meds and provisions both on yourself and on others. This is a very intricate system, and there's a lot to go over there, so I'm dedicating an entire episode just to meds and provisions. Third one, we're going to cover how to mod your weapons. This one is still getting streamlined. There is a lot to learn there as far as what goes with what, but there are some key quality of life improvements they have made that I'm going to point out in that third episode that are really going to help you whenever you're making your weapons. Fourth episode, we're going to navigate tasks. We're going to know how to use the wiki to tell us what we need to know on them, and we're also going to use that information when we're looking through the task menu in game. And then in the fifth episode of the series, we're going to cover gear and loot and how to tell if something's going to be more valuable or not. So like I said, today is episode 1, and we're covering how to use the wiki and the map. First, I want to talk about the wiki. So the one that I use most often is this one. It is from Fandom, okay? Gray Zone Warfare -fandom.com/wiki. Okay, you're gonna find that. You can Google it. There are quite a few options you can use, but this is the one I find myself going to the most. It has quick links for the different points. So when you go to the quests screen, it'll have each of the tasks listed out in order for each of the vendors. If you do not see one there, for example, at Doomsgate, that one's not listed yet. This is a hidden mission, and there are some wikis that do show it. There are some that don't. Now, if I type in the Rebel Path, that one shows up. So this wiki is constantly being updated. You'll always find new stuff. I guarantee after this next update, there's going to be an awful lot of updating coming to this fandom wiki and to all the other wikis that are out there. So constantly be checking those. I usually have it open on a second monitor or in the background when I'm playing, just in case I have something I need to look up. But it is such a valuable resource to have that I would almost recommend not playing this game without it. So for example, if I click on this Rebel Path here, it shows me the description of what it is, but it also tells me exactly where I need to go for each of the items. These are map coordinates, okay? So if I have 136, 126, I'll go ahead and take you into the game. I'll show you what that means. So that wiki said 136, 126. So those are the coordinates that we need to go to. First, I'm going to go open the map, and you can see the grid system here, right? 1-3 right here. That marks the bottom of the 130s grid. Down here, it shows you 120. So here we need to go to 136, 126. That is the intersection of where we need to go. 136, 127, here we go. So we zoom in on 136, 126. You can see what we're talking about out in the woods here. That's where you're gonna need to go. So anyone that has not used a grid system like this before, it's really simple. You have your coordinates on one side, you have your coordinates on the other, and that's how you need to look at things. So if I told you to go to 181, 134. Here's 181. You come up to 134. Here's the reason I said that one. This is out in the middle of nowhere. This is a tier 3 crate, which we will get into in another episode. But this is the way that you navigate this map. Right now, you see these yellow spots. When you start out, you are going to have one, maybe two of them. You have to discover most of these. Sometimes if you get a task in a new area, it will give you one of them, but you will have to discover the rest on your own. So I highly recommend having the wiki open on a second page and comparing it to the map and going and discovering these for yourself. Sometimes it's nice to just chill, going through the game, walking around and discovering new ones. This world is super pretty. They have put a lot of work into making this a very immersive and beautiful world to spend some time in. But be careful, because sometimes you will run into random people out in the middle of nowhere that you would not think should be there. So once you have discovered a landing zone, that's going to give you a unique access point to the area you're going to. For example, if you had a task that was down here, which there is one, then you would not want to keep having to access through Charlie 1 and then walking all the way down. So you're going to want to use that wiki, find where to go for that landing zone, and go discover it as soon as possible. That way, if you die before you can accomplish that mission, you just go straight back to that LZ. And I highly recommend that for the rest of the map. So as you can see, some of the first tasks you get will have the coordinates listed in the task description. This is extremely helpful in getting you to learn the map and how to navigate it. Once you have learned your way around a little bit, they stop appearing. That's when the wiki comes in handy. So keep in mind that this game is constantly being developed upon. Things on those wikis are constantly changing. Information is always being updated. So you may not always see accurate information on them yet. That's okay. It will get there, don't worry, but it takes time. And they are working as hard as they can to help us have a better experience in Lamang, and I could not be more grateful to them. So always use a wiki, always have a map at hand, and it will make your gameplay considerably more helpful. But stay tuned and make sure that you catch each one of these series. I will have them in a playlist on their own on my channel, and make sure that you watch them so that you can give yourself an advantage in Lamang and in Gray Zone Warfare. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.